Namaste, Prakash here. When it comes to material life or spiritual life, how much knowledge is actually enough? If you're really clear on the goal and if you really are keen on finding exactly what it is needed to reach the goal, the amount of literature, whether in material path, which defines success, or in spiritual path, which also in some way defines success, or you going towards the goal, there is really not much. Yet, why do we ask for so much literature? Why do we keep listening to so many talks? Why do we keep reading so many books, blogs, whatever? It's mainly because, to a great extent, we haven't yet internalized the shortest path when it comes to reaching the goal. If you take material life, whatever is your goal, once you define the path, for example, you want to reach a goal, once you're clear of the goal, unwavering focus, not meandering around, not keeping on changing it, you develop a plan, put in the team that is necessary behind it, put in all the resources that are needed to reach the goal, and be at it. Hard work, smart work, just be at it till you reach the goal. If you know where the diamond is below the earth and if you have located it, all you have to do is find the best way to dig fastest, safest, and reach there and dig the diamond out. Once you know it, there's no point in repeatedly reading books and literatures as to how to reach the place where the diamond is located and pick it out. The same is true in spiritual path also. If you take a path like heartfulness practice, the goal being the highest, merger with the ultimate, through the merger with the master, the path is also very, very clear. Once Sharaji beautifully explained, there is nothing really to this practice but only 3 words: meditate, clean, pray. Meditate, clean, pray. Meditate, clean, pray. That's all. How to meditate is very clearly explained. Keep the divine light as the supposition in the heart and meditate. Pranahuti takes over, the work of the master takes over, the work of the trainers or the preceptors, they all know what to do. In the evening, you do what you are supposed to do, the cleaning. And in the night, offer the prayer. As you deepen the practice, you learn about point A, point B, the universal prayer, all leading finally to moving away from thinking to feeling, where you learn literally to meditate with your eyes open. A meditative state or constant remembrance. Once that is achieved, where is the need for literature? Of course, when a rich man says money doesn't make any big difference in life, people tend to believe, because he has money to say that he doesn't need money. If a poor man were to stand on the road and say that nobody needs to be rich, people will laugh at him and say that you are a beggar, you are a poor man. You are talking like this because you don't have money, and hence you don't have the necessary qualification for you to say. What he says and what the rich man says, both are the same. Depending upon how you look at life, money may be needed, money may not be needed. But once you have realized it, knowledge becomes redundant. It is said even in our literature, to say that you don't need knowledge, you have to cross the level of knowledge, acquire it, disseminate it, internalize it, and then you can discard saying that I don't need knowledge. But if you're able to do it faster by internalizing, Where do these questions come from? Once Sharaji famously said, questions denote a hidden desire. It is from a hidden desire that all questions float. A desire could be to get something or to avoid some pain or consequences of the pain. Could be money, could be relationship, could be professional success, could be material issues, whatever. If the questions arise from hidden desire, where do the answers come from? Or rather, where should the answers come from? They have to come from the simplest of all sources, which is your heart. What the mind conjures as a question, heart has all the answers. There is no single answer that you cannot find from your heart. When in doubt, refer to your heart. This is what Lalaji Maharaj has said, Babaji Maharaj has said, Chariji has said, Daji keeps saying. You don't need an external reference point for anything. If you are able to, even if you have a question on any spiritual topic or on a material issue, the Gurus have given you the best of tools. Just close your eyes, ask the question. Enough number of times till you get the answer. If you are not convinced of the answer, meditate again. I have gone through it several times in my life. When sometimes I used to ask questions because of my access to the Gurus. And many times I have been told very clearly, Prakash, just meditate, you will find the answer. A few times when I found the answer and I was not happy with it, I meditated and then the same answer kept coming. I have gone and asked my Gurus and they said that the answer now you have got is the right. So when I used to ask them, why you didn't say it before? Because when I say it, you will externalize. Whereas when you find it yourself, it becomes easy for you to accept and internalize because you take ownership. The same is true for knowledge-based questions. There is not a single question that you cannot answer yourself by asking your heart. Whether it's Shruti, which are vibratory level revelations which come from the source, to the greatest of rishis and hence available to us also, or Smritis, which are passed on from those who have received the vibrations, the Shrutis, or through final discourses on the Smritis. At each level, knowledge reference can always be found from within. For those who use the highest powerful tool that they have in their hand, referring to the heart through the process of meditation, even in a matter of mundane life questions, study related questions, everything that you need in the external universe, there is a reflection of it in your internal universe. All you have to hold is a question in your heart, and the answer will come from inside. The process is so simple that we forget to use the tool, the most powerful tool that's available to us. You don't need an external reference point. Here and there, yes, maybe basic questions in terms of the fundamental foundation stones. When a great Einstein or a Ramanuja crack a code, they all say that it came as an inspiration. To a great extent, it all came from within. And the same process that was available to them is available to each and every human being. All it needs is for you to believe. Believe that the God, the Guru, the Master who is apparently outside, who is also inside of you, is ready to guide you eternally from within. Would you want to make use of it? Or would you want to continue to chase the knowledge outside and many times it proving to be futile because you are not happy with the answers that you get? The highest, the best, the never depleting reservoir is inside of you. Go and find the answers from inside of yourself. You would never need an external reference point for anything in life ever. Don't just think about it, experience it, feel it, and then you will understand what we are talking about. Thank you.